Ta.
Hello, YouTube viewers. Thank you for joining me in my Earth cooking adventures. Today, we will be preparing an Earth vegetable known as carrot. They come in various sizes and shapes. This is a large carrot, a small carrot, a straight carrot, and a bent carrot. For the carrots, we will prepare them. I've previously washed them. They grow in the ground and they're harvested like most vegetables on most worlds grow similar. So for this, we will cut these carrots into equal length pieces so we can put them in my new boiling pot, and we'll boil them until they are delicious and tender. In preparing the carrots, we'll cut the ends off of them, like so. These look beautiful. Again, my knife skills and my estimation was quite accurate. Cooking is not necessarily an exact science. However, one can interject science into cooking. This is more of an art. Knife skills, that is an art and a practice and well developed. We'll be cooking the carrots shortly. To this, we will add the carrots before it boils. As this is an experiment for cooking, I've cut them all the same length, but they are various different diameters. So as this experiment, I will bring it to a boil and allow them to boil for approximately 5 Earth minutes. Perhaps I should give it a little bit more. We'll say 8. I expect some of these to be more cooked than others, and we'll test them by tasting them. When I became an adult, it was time for me to seek employment and adventures. So I went to the nearest spaceport along with my friends. When we arrived, my good friend's father, Joe Mock, introduced me to Captain Thomas Kano, the captain of a cargo ship named the Dodophil. He was looking for additional crew members. So after speaking with him, I decided to join his crew and signed the contract. The following day, I said farewell to my family and friends and left Gal on the cargo ship Dodophil. I had no way of knowing that this would be the last time I saw my family, or that my adventures would span 20 lifetimes, 2,000 years, and counting. While I was a member of the crew of the Dodophil, I learned general maintenance, cleaning, and a lot about how the function of various systems in engineering. I also came across other races that inhabit our galaxy. I met humids, or humans as you call yourselves. I also met romids, tandrots, orvons, and odrids, all of whom were roughly the same size as I am. They are small compared to galids. When my contract with Captain Thomas Kano ended, I found myself in the spaceport, away from Gal. And I came to meet Captain Tim Cavalgo, a human. I had decided that I would love to be a crew member on a human vessel. It was called the Gaulish. It felt nice and cozy. It was smaller. Galley ships are usually built for much larger creatures than myself. So, my new ship, the Gaulish, felt much more like home, as it was built for humans. It was a patrol ship. It had weapons, many crew quarters, and a limited cargo space. I was assigned to work in the weapons area because I was extremely strong for someone the same size. I'm typically 5 times stronger than a human. For most everything, it is an easy task for me to move. With that, I also got to do the harder maintenance, which was too difficult for the crew members. They consisted of mostly humans, a few Romids, and 3 Orvans. I was the only Galid amongst them. Captain Cavalgo encouraged me to study weapons, which I did in very great detail. Captain Cavalgo also saw to it that I was trained in accounting. I was made the assistant quartermaster. It was a very important task for a ship with limited cargo. Unfortunately, the Gaulish was destroyed explosively in combat. Only myself and 2 others survived of the crew of 137. We were in the torpedo crew area, which was spared from the general explosion which destroyed the Gaulish. We floated adrift for many, many crotons, and hunger became an issue. We were rescued, or shall I say, saved from the icy abyss by Fentok Mud, a human. He was a swindler, a pirate, and a slave trader. And he sold the 3 of us to Captain Chowdrick, a Romid, whose cargo ship, the Tulgos, we served upon. Captain Chowdrick was a horrible captain. He had little trust in his crew, and the conditions on the Tulgos were very, very poor. It was an accident waiting to happen. However, I did not have such a difficult time. I was made loader, and I moved cargo. Because I am strong, it was an easy task for me, as most of the packages and containers were built for Romans, which I am almost 5 times as strong as them. And I was also allowed to do the primary accounting, as I had learned skills of accounting. I was also introduced to cooking, which I took to be a great task. I begin to love cooking. Somat va Joha China Awa Jo. On the most fateful day of my life, Captain Chowdrick had piloted the Tulgos into an asteroid field with lots of small particles and electric charge. The Tulgos was experiencing many malfunctions, and we had lost 2 of our crew to the icy black. It was then that we beheld a spectacle which put fear in the hearts of all who saw it, myself included. It was the Bognock. The Bognock circled the Tulgos 3 times, bringing fear and dread to the crew, as we lost 3 more to the malfunctions and the icy black. On the 3rd time around, I saw painted upon the side of the Bognock an ancient symbol of mitre. I'd seen these because in my youth I had read some of the ancient history. Well, upon seeing this, my fear was instantaneously removed. It was as if I had awoken and seen through the illusion of its ghastly nature and appearance. The Bognock came alongside the Tulgos and docked. It was then that I heard Captain Lox's voice for the first time. Over our intercom, the captain said, "I need 1 for my crew, so that 1 may tell the story to the children and the wives." That was all that we heard. Hearing this, I realized I had the opportunity to leave the Tulgos, and I knew it was a certainty that I would be forced to, as the crew would surely sacrifice me before they would sacrifice any other member. I threw myself into the Bognock's docking port, only to momentarily hear the doors behind me close, followed almost immediately by a sound I'd heard once before, when the Gaulish was destroyed. The Tulgos had exploded due to the exterior conditions, and I am certain that the only survivor was Captain Chowdrick. And that is the story of how I came to be a member of the crew of the Bognock. I have removed the carrots from the water and have allowed them to cool. As these are vegetables from Earth, they typically have a mild flavor. Yeah, it's quite a mild flavor. We'll put that one. This was for the chef. And for these, I will be garnishing them with an earth food or condiment. I'm not sure how they classify it. It's a product made from milk. Milk typically comes from creatures that dwell on the land, on the earth. They are usually consist of what's called cows or goats. Humans produce milk, in fact, but they do not produce that for commercial or sale purposes. It is only for feeding their infants. As is all the milk on the planet Earth, is what the mother will feed to their children in their first years of their lives. It is nutritious. However, this milk can be broken down and processed into multiple substances. For that, one of those substances is called butter. Butter is the fat that is removed from the whole of the milk. And apparently it makes all foods quite delicious, and it will be an excellent garnish for these carrots. This is human butter, or earth butter. It does not come from humans, it comes from cows. I believe we'll be cooking a cow at some point in the future. However, this is clearly a processed food. It comes in a stick. Ooh, and I see it's melting already. Try some for the chef. Yes, that is much better. I would have to agree. Looking better now. They look dry. These are looking much better. I'm sure they taste much better. There's also a custom on Earth to apply a mineral to their food, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is used by various life forms. Apparently, Earth's oceans are full of salt or sodium chloride and various other salts as well. Sodium chloride is used to enhance the flavor of earth food. These look delicious. Yeah, these are quite good. I believe the crew will appreciate these. Earth carrots. They are quite good. As long as you add butter to them. Now we'll add the sodium chloride. Why, yeah, that is even better. incrementally. Carrots are rather plain, they have a unique smell and taste. When you add the butter, it makes them taste even more. It adds a savoriness to them. And when you add the salt, they become quite delicious. I'm quite pleased with this earth vegetable. It's nothing like the oat that I cooked before. Hopefully we'll find more delicious earth cuisine and earth vegetables. Thank you for joining me.